be slowing myself down. Alright, so I gotta go this way, the opposite of that, which will take me a little bit to get to. This stage is much easier to control though than the last one, so that's good. And then basically we're going to slow ourselves down as much as possible. Right there. And just aim it right in the center. There we go. And you can see our orbit should extend and eventually connect, I would hope. Also, I definitely will get a lot closer than that. That's all in time. Also, I realize now that that's 500 million, not 500,000. I read that wrong, which is why I stopped so far away from Jool. I was expecting it to be huge, and it wasn't. And I was confused, but that's just because I can't read. So, now hopefully we have enough fuel to complete this orbit. I would think we do. But again, you never know for sure. Let's go this way, that might help speed up the process. If we go like this. Should hopefully help extend that faster. And we gotta get it to curl all the way around. And we can bring our periapsis down a lot too. We've still got a lot of fuel, so I'm not worried yet about that. Alright, here comes the orbit. It is forming slowly but surely. Right there. That's exactly what we want it to be doing. Come on, come on. You can do it. Finish the orbit. You can do it. You can do it. Here we go. And our periapsis is going down, which is good. And come on, orbit. Come on, orbit. There we go. We got a nice orbit around Jool. And now we'll bring this down a lot. Our periapsis. We can bring it down closer to like 1 million, probably. And that should still be pretty safe, I would think. But maybe not. We'll try it right there and we'll see what it looks like. We can always adjust it on the next time around. So there is Jool, and I can see moons. You can see things spinning around it. Those are Jool's moons, which we will hopefully be able to study as well. Now, what I want to do is see how close this will actually bring us into Jool. There we go. That's about as close as we're going to get. So we can get a lot closer than that. So when we're at our apoapsis, we'll do a burn. Actually, yeah, when we're at our apoapsis, we'll do a burn. So once we get down there, this is a really, really long orbit, by the way. Like 60-day orbit, more than that maybe even. So this mission is a very, very long one, but it's going to be a useful one for learning about this planet and its system of moons. Alright, so here we are, and we're going to have to burn in reverse, and you can see some of the moons there. There's Pole. We'll take a look. I'll show you, or I'll name off all the moons once we get closer. Okay. So now we should be able to burn like this, bringing our periapsis way down. Like way, way down to getting very close to Jool. Alright, let's try right around there. Actually, let's get even closer. Whoop. Alright, here, since we're here, we'll take a look at their moons. There is Pole, Bop, Tylo, and there's one more called Lathe, which we can't see yet. Let's see. We should. Whoa, we're still burning. I forgot about that. Shoot. We need to bring our periapsis farther out. Tylo's is at about 62.5 million. So we know that that's a safe distance, so maybe we should aim for around there. I accidentally left the thing burning. Luckily we have plenty of fuel. But right now, if we went this way, we would almost certainly be captured by Jool's atmosphere, I would think. Maybe we'd be safe, but I don't want to risk that. We don't have to have our satellite orbiting too close to the gas giant. It's the moons I'm more interested in, to be completely honest. Oh, we had an encounter with one of the moons there. Let's see if we can get an encounter with one of the moons. Let's go back. Now whatever moon that was, let's try and see it. Because I want to do that on this mission. I want to take a look at the moons and see if there's any that are worth further study. Alright. Oh, we missed the encounter again. Alright, we gotta burn just a tiny bit going forward, and hopefully we'll get the encounter with Lathe, that was, I believe. And again, hopefully we're not getting close enough to Jool to die, or to have our satellite get sucked in. I don't think we are, but I'm not positive. Alright, let's try just tiny burns. See if we can get this encounter. If not, there's an encounter with Vol, which would throw us out of the orbit of Jool, potentially. But we would slingshot around its gravity and escape Jool's gravity, but we don't want that. but we can fix that later, assuming we have the fuel. So what I'm gonna do is speed up time till I get in closer around here, and then we'll try to fix that. There's all the moons, and inside there is Lathe. Lathe is orbiting very close to Jool. Let's see if we could get this fixed now. There we go. We fixed our orbit with Vol so it won't slingshot us completely out of Jool's gravity. So now we can head in here, taking a look at it from this angle. There's Jool and its moons orbiting around. Alright. So there is Jool. Let's take a look, see if we can see any of its moons. There's one of them. I'm not sure which one that is. There's two more. I'm guessing that's Lathe, because that's close. And it looks blue. I wonder if there's possibly water. We'll have to check. And I'm looking for the other moons. Or the other moon. We saw 3 of them. Right there. But I'm not seeing the other one. Should be off in this direction. Possibly. Oh, it might be too far away to see and too small. I think I see a little dot there. That's probably it. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's a little flickering dot. I'm sure that's it. But it's too far off to see. So now we're gonna go and have an encounter with Vol. Alright. So now we have our encounter with Vol. Let's take a look at it. And it looks to be completely icy. We'll go a little faster here. So yeah, this looks to be basically completely ice. Nothing out of the ordinary that I'm seeing on the moon. I would like to get a flyby of all 4 moons if possible. I definitely want to check out Lathe though. That's the one that looked blue. We'll check that one out for sure. Which I'm not. Oh, it's right there, and it does still look blue. It looks a lot like Kerbal, to be completely honest. So right now we're just exploring all these moons with our satellite. It's very interesting. This one, again, appears to be completely ice. And there's Lathe over there in the background. And it still looks blue. I'm gonna definitely check out Lathe with the satellite, if at all possible. I'll get an encounter with Lathe. Alright. So we have now escaped our encounter. And now, let's see here. Let's take a look at all the moons. There's Lathe, there's Vol, here's Tylo, Bop, and Pole. So there's actually 5. I was miscounting. But we've got an encounter with one of them. I definitely want to take a look at the inner 3 moons for sure. Maybe even orbit around Lathe, because that looks the most interesting. So now we're gonna do our orbit around here, which is gonna take a long time. Again, this is a long mission. This is a couple year long mission of in-game time. Alright, so then here we will eventually be pulled back in. I'll bring you guys back when we get back around up there, because we'll be here for a while because we're slowing down a lot. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're almost back now to our periapsis. Once we get to our periapsis, we are going to want to change. We're going to want to do a burn in reverse so that we can slow down or speed up or whatever and bring in our apoapsis. So yeah, slow down. Whoops. Too far there. That's fine though. Won't be too big of a deal. Alright. So now we're zoomed in. There's Lathe, which is our main target. Let's even set it as a target. And we are close enough to have an encounter with it over there, possibly. But I want to just bring in our apoapsis right now. That's our first goal. Oh, whoa. Alright, well. Alright, there's lots of encounters. Whoa. Alright, you can see where we're having possible encounters. Oh, hey, there we go. Lathe encounter. Terrific.